Perfect. Thank you so much for that answer. I had a few more questions, but I actually tuned into your live 2 days ago, and I really just want to end off here. I don't want to take up too much time. So basically, there was a really good question. I'm religious myself. There was a really good question by somebody, and they basically asked, think on a broader mental plane, who is your king, correct? And I couldn't help but realize it bothered you for another 2 hours. So I do want, and I'm speaking to Sean, I do want to know, how is it that you get jealous of her relationship with God? And, oh, wait, before you say like, okay, maybe you didn't get jealous, I don't want to put words in your mouth. This is a better question. You want to have 7 queens, right? Do they all have to adopt that mindset that God is not first?
That's not what I said.
That quite literally, because, okay, so there was a point in time in the live.
Do I get like, if you wanna kind of like create a narrative, like you can't.
There's no narrative.
She didn't say, does God come first? She didn't say, is God.
She said, who is king? And in the Bible, the Lord is king. So you then got upset with her answer. Wait. You then got upset with her answer, right? And when she reiterated it and said he is king, but God is number one, it still bothered you for another hour and 30 minutes, and I counted. So is there anything you have to say in regards to that?
Yes. All right. So for me, it wasn't what she said. I have no problem with that. Everybody knows that God is above all. Everybody knows that. And if I did something to misconstrue that or to suggest that I think any differently, I take full responsibility for that, because that's not how I tried to come across. I don't think that I'm above God. I don't think I am God. I don't think anything like that. Everybody knows there's a higher power. Do I have your attention?
Yeah, she's on mute.
I'm on mute because I don't like the echo. So I'm listening to you.
I'm just making sure I got your attention. So the reason why I had an issue with it was because I felt like somebody tricked her into changing her answer. Because if somebody else asked her, or if there was no cameras here, and somebody had said, who's your king? She would have said me. 99% of the time, she would have said me. And here's my point. People have a problem with that. If she is my queen, why would she not date her equal? Why would she not date a king? Hold on. Let me land my plane. I go so hard for my family. Mm-hmm. In the past 2 months, the business that I run has generated over $330,000, enough to buy a supercar. Do you know how much I've spent on myself? Absolutely zero. Mm-hmm. I go so hard for my family. Mm-hmm. I go so hard for my queens that, yes, I want the respect of a king because I put in the work. That does not mean I think that I'm above God. It means I have a lot of respect for myself. And to any man out there, in your household, you should be the king. Mm-hmm. And you should honor your woman as a queen. And as a matter of fact, I want to really go into this.
Okay, perfect. You answered though.
Hold on.
You answered though.
Hold on. Let me let.
The plane is crashed.
We read Ephesians. I'm sorry. I can't even pronounce it. Wives, submit to your own husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, his body, and himself its Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit in everything to their husbands. That is out of the Bible. That is straight out of the Bible. So for me, I didn't have a problem with her saying that God is king. For me, it's the principle, right? Of like, hey, you let somebody else change your answer. That's what upset me. It was not what she said. It's like that you let somebody else influence you. You let somebody else treat you or make you have less respect for your man. So for me, the way I look at it is it's like this. If you unalive somebody, that's a bad thing. Right? If I unalive somebody, that's a bad thing. But if I unalive somebody and I'm defending my family, I'm trying to protect their life. And in order to protect my family, I have to unalive somebody. That's a good thing because I'm protecting my family. So it wasn't about the fact of what she did. It was the underlying principle behind it. You let a TikToker flip your answer. You tried to appease a TikToker instead of like saying what you normally would say. And that was my issue. Because everybody knows the downfall of a relationship is when you let other people get inside your relationship. That was the whole point. Now you can go.
Perfect. Okay, so there are 2 points I want to make on that. Do you not feel as if Shanice has not enough shown that her devotion is to you? The fact that you were so disturbed by her answer kind of just makes it seem like you invalidated all of her prior examples of showing that you were her king. But okay, I digress. Wait. I said I had to. My second point is the same Bible you were quoting also says God comes before everybody. Okay, so what about that quote? God comes before everybody. So now what?
I forgot. I literally said
you just quoted that a woman should submit as a man submits to the Lord, yet in the Bible as well, and this applies to man, woman, child, of whoever follows the Bible, correct? Let's say you guys are married in the house of the Lord, even though you guys are not, right? God is still supposed to come first, even when she's married.
Who said first?
But you just quoted as if when she said God is king, the Lord is king, it's as if that wasn't supposed to be her answer.
You're missing the point.
Okay, let's say I missed the point.
This is what I'm saying. If somebody asked, could you mute yourself? If somebody asked her 99 times, who's your king? She's going to say me. The only reason why she said God is because somebody else flipped her. That's what I was upset about. You can say Timbuktu is your king if that's your mindset, right? But the thing is, I had a problem with her allowing somebody else to switch up how she treats her man. You should never treat me different based off of what a stranger says. Because at the end of the day, we got to sleep next to each other at night. You're not sleeping with a stranger. You're sleeping with me. And the way I look at it is, hey, if I'm saying you're my queen, you're my goddess, what to the women that have a problem, or I would never call a man a king. If you consider yourself a queen, why would you not want to date your equal?
She never took away your king title. All she said is Lord is king because she just asked a series of spiritual questions. So to someone who is spiritual herself, what I want to understand is, okay, let's wait. Quickly.
And for me, if I want my woman to ride with me because I'm riding with you and I'm never going to switch up on you. I don't care if people say she crazy. Why you calling her queen? Why you calling her goddess? Why you calling her to give her a life? Why you flowing her so much power? She's a narcissist. She thinks she too beautiful. And I'm going to be like, yup, and that's my queen. And I'm never switching up on that. There's nothing that anybody can say. And it seems like you're not grasping this concept. And I take full responsibility because this is where I got to develop my communication skills because I know you have good intention. I'm going to make it perfectly clear. I have no problem with her saying God is king, God is above all. My point was the principle that she switched up her answer based off of the influence of a stranger that's not in our relationship. That was my whole point. And I could see if she was like, God is my king above all. But in this household, in this relationship, this is my king.
When she did, you continued to talk about it for an hour and 30 afterwards. When she did reiterate herself. But anyways, I digress. My next question. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So my next question is, let's say, well, not even let's say, because this is fact, you're going to have 7 queens, correct? Do they all have to adopt that same ideology? Where let's say someone were to ask, let's say someone were to ask, who is your king? Who do you view as number one? If they say God, are you going to go on another temper tantrum for 3 hours?
In dating, I have zero interest in being with a woman that I treat as a queen and she doesn't look at me as a king. To me, that's dumb. I don't know. Listen. I go too hard. I put in 17 hours every day. I crush it every day. And I don't do it for me. I do it for my fam. And when I come into a woman's life, it is going to change your entire generation. It is going to change your mama's life. It's going to change your daddy's life, your cousin's life. It's going to change everybody's life. That I guarantee. And I do not bust my butt putting in 17 hours a day for somebody to not look at me as their equal. If I'm going to treat you like a queen, why would you not look at me as your king? That don't even make sense. I would never want to be in a relationship like that.
So I'm sorry.
I'm going to honor and cherish my woman as my queen. So I'm standing on that. I want a woman that's going to treat me as her equal. If you royalty, I'm royalty too. And I'm not backing down on that. And I still think that if people ask Shanice to this day, who's your king? 99% of the time, she's going to say, my man.
Okay, perfect. So, my issue is she never took away from your status or your status in her world. She never said you are not king. She just asked, after a series of questions that were spiritual, who is king, which to anyone who is spiritual is going to say that. Okay, fine. My issue is, I feel as if you took that one situation and completely disregarded all that Shanice has done for you. You said that she has made the best of a messy situation. She cooks, she cleans. Is that not enough to display that she viewed you as her king? Because for you to go on, wait, I'm not done. Wait, for you to go on for 3 hours to continue. I don't know what you were saying in that girl's ear, but her face was saying a whole lot. For you to drag her and passive aggressively do so, because I feel like you have this unspoken language that I feel like your chat is now, I love your chat, by the way, they're hilarious. I feel like your chat is now able to read. You have like this unspoken language with them. And also, let me say this. I'm so sorry, Olivia. I do not want to disrespect you. But what relationships have you been in the past?
I've been in the past.
Huh?
In the past. I've been in one relationship.
Oh, shit. Okay. Wait, fuck. Sorry. Okay, so you've been in one relationship in the past, correct? How old were you in that relationship?
I was 9.
So you went from...
Question.
I'm sorry?
I have a really quick question.
Yes.
What you said. Could you mute yourself? All right, so with that being said, like, if you want to be right, you want to be right. But this is my thing. Loyalty is something that I want, and I want it all the way. She can be faithful to me for 10 years, but if she goes out tomorrow and gives another guy head, does the rest of that 10 years matter?
What does God, her saying God is her number one, have anything to do with her going out and getting head? Where's your correlation?
Listen. Could you mute yourself? Mute yourself. So listen, I think you're very passionate about it. And I see why, looking at your perspective, I see why it upsets you. I get it. Shanice is an amazing woman. She goes hard for me. You feel like I don't appreciate her. You feel like I'm tearing her down for saying God is first. And if that was the case, I would see why you're upset. But my point is this.
You did tear her down. And you compared her and Olivia.
Could you listen? I never said that I come before God. I don't have a problem with her saying that God is first. Do you understand that?
You did, but you did.
Okay.
You had to have her correct herself. You had to have her correct herself. But you will never, I'm so sorry I have to say this. I've seen you as someone, I don't want to come for your intellect. I don't know how you are intellectually, but you just seem as someone who can never admit when they're wrong. So I don't even know why I asked that question, because even if I put it in a even simpler term for you, you would still find a way to be like, well, that's not what I said.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Could you pull me the clip? Mute yourself, please. Could you pull me the clip of me saying that I come before God in my relationship? Please pull that clip.
I never said that. What I said was when she said, wait, you asked me a question. When she said that God was number one, it visibly upset you. Why? Because you also wanted to be clarified as king. What are these people talking about? Anyways, you wanted it to be clarified as your king in a spiritual question. You can't act as if it wasn't clear that she was asking in a spiritual.
It was not clear.
It was. She just asked a series of spiritual questions.
Could you just like this? You guys ask loaded questions, and they ask all these questions to beat the
It
Bible.
wasn't loaded.
She didn't say. Listen, if she wanted to know her opinion on God, she could have just simply said, "Who do you value more, God or your man? Who comes first, God or your man?" She just said, "Who is your king?" Could you admit, hey, if this is my queen, could you admit? Some world, maybe I could be expecting my queen, the one I bust my butt for and put in 17 hours a day for, to say that her man is her king, which she would normally say, which she tells me every single day. Could you see why maybe I'm a little bit surprised by that? Or no?
Yeah. So my issue is no one was trying to take away from your title. You know, you're their king, yes. But after a series of
nobody was trying to take away from her.
I wasn't done. Me not done. Me not done. Me not done.
If she wasn't trying to take away my, why would she ask her?
You are so quick to stop someone, and Olivia is so quick to be like, wait. But when I'm talking, or when someone else is talking, and you cut them off, no one intervenes, right? Okay, so as I was just saying, no one was taking away from your title at all. No one was taking away from your title. It was just more so a question that followed spiritual questions, period. Okay, and however, even if that was her answer, how is that an issue if she's religious? How? Because it bruised your ego. That's fine. I'm bad. I want to go back to Olivia though, real quick before I get off. Yeah, same. So you're pretty young. You're pretty. Huh?
Can I clarify something? Okay, of course, in this relationship, in this household, my love is my king, my everything. But God is above all. I just wanted to clarify that.
Beautiful, but you said that before, and I honestly wish I could show it right now, but I could just pull it up for my stream. You know, I could honestly, that's the best I could do, because they could only hear the audio. There was a point in the last stream 2 days ago where you said that, and he still went on for an hour and 30 minutes because I counted.
All right,
okay?
so let me,
and he was still not okay with that answer. That did nothing. I would like to move on to Olivia.
Was I for saying that God me the show?
Yeah.
Was I upset at her for saying God is king, or was I upset at the fact that she allowed somebody else, a stranger, to change her answer, which is my point?
She's a grown woman. If that was her answer, that's her answer. She's a grown woman. Anyways, Olivia, I would like to ask you, since you have no answer, you have no relationship to compare this to, and you guys have only been dating for how long?
Like 7 months.
7 months. Okay, and how soon did you move in? Immediately.
Well, I came here, and I was not expecting to, I did not expect us to, advance to a relationship or anything on a romantic level. But it ended up just turning that way, so I was just here immediately.
That wasn't my question. My question was, from when it turned romantic, you completely missed the question. When it turned romantic, how soon did you move in?
Immediately. I was already here. So at that second, I don't like that.
No, that's okay. That's off. Anyways, so my point being is, I just wanna, huh?
Why is that off? What do you mean that's off?
That's off.
What's off?
You barely know the man and you moved in.
No,
on a romantic level, you barely know the man. I don't give a damn how long y'all were friends. On a romantic level, you barely know the man and you moved all your crap in. But okay, I digress. So moving on from that question, you said that you've only been in one relationship when you were 19. You guys started dating at 19, correct?
Yes.
So you were barely in that relationship. You have nothing else to compare it to. Olivia, were you, and I don't want to be disrespectful when I say this is why I left this for last because I know I'm going to get kicked off. Did you get any attention from men when you were growing up?
Yes.
Men of that stature, I'm going to just throw stature generously. Did you get any attention from men with money growing up?
All types of men.
Sure. Okay, because I was just honestly, and Sean, let me just say this, you done glowed that girl up. I was going through your Instagram from, I would say, over a year ago, correct? And you looked a lot different then. So this is what I'm seeing, because I'm young myself. I'm 22, but it's just certain things. When I was 19, there's certain things that I did at 19 I wouldn't do now, right? But this is just from me, just conjuring shit up based off of what I'm seeing. I feel as if you probably did not get much attention from men growing up, or men of that stature, and you don't have much options. Because I feel like a woman with options, doesn't matter their age, you kind of take heed, you kind of tread lightly when it comes to situations. I don't know what's funny. Shanice ain't laughing because ain't shit funny. You know it's funny when Shanice laughing. Ain't shit funny. So yeah, you glowed her up. We could pull up receipts from a year ago. She ain't look the same. Her makeup is improving. It's not there yet, but she ain't look the same. Okay? So like I was saying, I feel as if you did not get attention from men growing up, maybe men with money, and you saw this as, not to say this is the only reason why you're with him, but you're like, oh my God, I'm young, and I'm getting attention from a man who has more than me, hence why you jumped into it, because I was in the same situation. Not to say I would,
I denied him first. So I did not jump in.
Yeah, but didn't he say when you first came out there, you had a boyfriend as well and he didn't know, and if he did know, you wouldn't have been out there?
That's what he said, yes.
Okay, so why would you say yes if you're in a relationship, babe?
Because it wasn't romantic.
That wasn't the point. She was in a relationship.
But it wasn't a romantic trip.
I don't know if I'm talking to a bunch of NPCs. That wasn't the point.
No,
the point was she was in a relationship, hence it would lead her to say no. You're dating a loyal woman, right? Olivia, you're loyal, right? You're a loyal woman. You didn't just turn loyal overnight for Sean, right? I would assume you were loyal to your first boyfriend as well, correct?
Yes.
So, I'm missing the correlation as to what that had to do with anything.
What are you missing correlation?
You not having much options, you try to say, well, you weren't interested in him at first, or you said did you just say he made advances and you turned them down? Right? Is that what you, Shanice side eye? Yup, same. Was that what happened? He made advances and you turned him down? Because that's basically what you just said.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And I would assume because you're in a relationship, you turned them down, correct?
Yes. And also, even when I broke up.
Okay. We got to the point. Even
when I broke up with him, with my ex, I still was not taking the advances.
Well, eventually you did, and you moved in within the quickness, no hesitation. So, my issue is you have absolutely nothing to base this relationship off of. And this is just my personal opinion. You were not approached earlier in life by men of that stature. He must have been the first one, hence why you left your relationship with your first boyfriend and are willing to share your man with Shanice, who is beautiful, by the way. I love you, Shanice. I love the way you carry yourself. It's just... this relationship doesn't give. Also,
do we get a rebuttal?
Of course! I'm talking to myself.
So, this is the thing. Girls swear they have all these options. Do those men actually want to build a family with you, or do they just want to use you for your body?
We do, but she probably didn't, based off of how she looked. She probably would now, but she didn't before.
Do those actually want to build a family with you, or do they just
You are not the only one that wants to build a family, okay? So I'm not really sure what you're trying to insinuate.
I never said that I was the only man. That never came out of my mouth. I just asked, do those guys actually want to build a family with you, or do they want to use you for like your physical body? Because all these girls swear they have all these options, and yet I don't see a lot of families and I don't see a lot of people building together. Just because a guy sees you and he wants to get up in the draws does not mean that he's family with you. Girl, like, I get it. It's social media. You guys are getting all these DMs, but most of these dudes, I would say 98% of them, just want to smash. And when they do that, they'll be done with you. And another thing, you are a very, obviously, smart, talented. You have an extremely, you're very passionate, right? Obviously, you're going places. You don't need me to tell you that. Do you consider yourself a queen?
Hold up. Fuck. Yes, I'm back. Do I consider myself a queen?
Yes.
Yes.
When you get a man, is that going to be your king?
Yes.
Okay.
And he will be only mine. Only mine.
No, you just said it out your own mouth. You consider yourself a queen. The man you're going to be with is going to be your king. Those were your words, which was my whole point. Checkmate. You can go back to being upset now.
Only mine. Ain't no checkmate. Anyways, like I was just saying, when it comes down to this poly relationship you guys have going on, you love to mention, what is the percentage of monogamous marriages that fail? You know it so well. What is it?
Hold on. First of all, it's over 50%. I want to say this. I know where you're going with the 92% rate, but that is considered relationships where women are sleeping with other men, which that never.
No, it's not. I don't know what study you're reading, but no, it's not, honey. No, it's not.
Could you listen? In a polygynous relationship, the success rate is actually 82%.
Period.
Anyways, you said it was strictly for women. No, it's not. That's why I stopped listening.
Okay,
I don't know
listen.
what study you're reading to its entirety, but I have another question for you in regards to, give me 1 second, in regards to your business, and this will probably be my last one. I know I said it was my last.
You say what?
This is my last question. It's in regards to your business. And I'm done. I'm done with this hot mess.
Hold on. You say what?
I have one last question in regards to your business, and then be done with this hot mess. Alright, funky, bunch of funk nasties. And Sean, I don't want to be a part of your relationship. Stop DMing.
Listen, man, we appreciate all you guys.